Hey guys, it's Shamari and welcome to part 4 of Premier Wig Closets, how to construct a glueless wig. In this video, we're just going to be wrapping up the construction of a wig by talking about placing our lace pieces on our closure and frontal wigs. So before we get into this video, just hit that subscribe button. If you have any comments, leave them down below, and please hit the like button too. So if you watch part 3, you know that we just sewed on our tracks, and this is how our wig looks so far. It is nice and flat. Like I told you guys, that method works. This wig is flat and it fits our mannequin perfectly, and so will it fit you the same. So here is our lace piece. Our knots are bleached. It is ready to be placed on our wig. If you're looking for a vendor for bundles and lace and etc., check the description for a coupon on my vendor list. Okay, so now all you have to do is pin down your lace piece. It should fit exactly in that spot, that outline that we drew earlier, and I think that was part 2. As you can see, it is a perfect fit. That means that our method worked for sewing on them tracks, and everything is fitting right into place how it should be. So now I'm going to take my thread that I have had for over 3 years. I mean, I only use it to sew down like lace pieces, but I've had it for a long time. So I suggest you guys invest in one. It was like $5 at the beauty supply store. But yeah. So when I'm sewing down my lace, I just sew one side at a time. So I'm just going to start in the middle and then go to the right, and then once that part is sewed down, I'm going to start in the middle again and sew to the left. So now my closure is sewn down nice and flat, and then this final track will go right next to that closure, just like that. And we're going to sew this final track on the sewing machine. That is to make sure that that closure is on there good, and just to fill up that final spot on the wig. So when sewing down your last track on top of this closure, you're going to simply lay your track slightly on top of your closure. It's not going to be on where the hair is, but it's going to be right where the lace is, slightly on top, just securing the closure and the track at the same time. And while you're doing this, just make sure that it's nice and flat. You're not scrunched up while you're sewing. Everything should be flat. So now you are finally done with the construction of your wig. Look how perfect that looks. It's slightly on the lace, not on the hair. So finally, to finish off this closure wig, we're going to cut off all this extra cap and thread that we have. Make sure when you're cutting off this extra piece of cap that you do not cut your threading that you have perfectly just sewn on. How beautiful is that? Now we have these extra thread pieces. These are a hassle because especially when you have dark hair with black thread, it's like, oh, I can't even see the thread sometimes, but you have to cut it off. So just sit there, be patient, and cut that thread off. Here you have your final wig before you style it, and this process is all done. Give yourself a pat on the back. So here we have our beautiful frontal wig. This is our tropical deep wave hair. If you're interested, again, we do have our vendor list. Check the link in the description box. So putting the lace on the frontal wig is quite the same, but a little different. But I'm just going to show you here. Again, look how beautiful and flat that wig is on that mannequin head. I'm telling you, this method that I've shown you is the way. Look at that lace. So gorgeous. So just lay that lace back on the mannequin just how you did the first time. It should fit exactly the same. Look at that, perfect fit. So I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to sew this frontal down just the same way as I did the closure, starting in the middle and going to the right, and then once that's sewn down, starting in the middle again and going to the left. There is no, the reason I do this is because I feel like it helps me make sure that the lace is laid down evenly and flat. Sometimes when you start at one end and end at the other, it may not be even, and then you have to start over. So this is the way I like to do it. So after your frontal is sewn down, looking so beautiful, you have, of course, your last piece that you will have to sew down on the sewing machine, and it will go right there, and that will complete your wig. So this is basically the same thing as the closure wig. You're just going to sew your last track right up against your lace piece, not on the hair but on the lace, sewing that track and lace down at the same time. Make sure that you are sewing flat and your lace is not bunching up. And once this is sewn down, you are complete. So this is basically the end of constructing the wig. The last part, which is part 5, is going to be talking about customization, bleaching knots, plucking, etc. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this series, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button, and share this video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.